What's up, YouTube? Today we're reviewing the 2021 Ram 1500 Laramie. Huge thank you to Hussein Farzad over at Koons, Tysons, CDJR for allowing me to do this review for you guys today. If you're interested in any Mopar product, I'll have his information on screen as well as in the description box down below. But with that said, let's get into the video. First, let's talk about looks. This Laramie here is finished in this Patriot Blue Pearl paint, which looks really nice in collaboration with those 20-inch wheels. We'll get to that in a second. But this particular Laramie does have the chrome grille that you see right here, as well as a chrome front bumper. However, if you do get the sport appearance package on the Laramie, the trim pieces around the grille are paint matched, and the middle of the grille surround is in black. And also, like I said, if you do get the sport appearance package, your bottom front bumper is paint matched, whereas on here it is in chrome. You do see you have your forward facing sensors right there. But I do think that this truck does look very nice. You do have your LED headlamps right here, as well as LED fog lamps down here, and you do have a nice LED daytime running light right here. So we'll step into the vehicle and pop the hood. This particular Laramie does have the 5.7 mated to the e-torque system. This particular motor makes 395 horsepower and 410 pound-feet of torque, which what I've been able to find is able to push this truck from 0 to 60 between 6 and 6.5 seconds. So definitely not slow, and it definitely feels fast when you're out on the road. But closing that and moving along, like I said, you do have these 20 by 9 inch wheels right here wrapped around in a 275/55 Bridgestone tire. I think these wheels look very good, matched to this paint right here. You do have your premium power mirrors right here that do power fold. You also do have your turn signal in here, and you got a little Ram Easter egg right in there as well. Obviously, this is 2021. This does have keyless access. So just put your hand behind here and you see that those lights flash. That means it is unlocked, and to lock it, you just push that button right there. Moving along, you got your gas cap right here. You do not have a actual physical gas cap right there, and 87 octane is totally fine. Again, wheels and tires again in the rear. This is the 5.7 box. You do have a power rear window right there, which I'll show you when we get into the interior. And while these lights are on, you do have LED tail lamps as well, which look very nice. They look just a little bit premium, and just like the front, you do have this chrome rear bumper. And like I said earlier, with the sport appearance package, you can get that paint match to the color of your paint, which is something that I personally would do. I just think that it looks just a little bit better than this chrome that we have right here, but this still looks good nonetheless. You do have your trailer hitch down here, and this is a dampened rear tailgate back here, so you can open the tailgate with your key or right here. So just push this button twice and the dampened tailgate comes down. It does not come up on its own, however the tailgate is light, and this particular truck does have a bed liner, and you can see you got your tie down straps in all four corners right there. And even on the wheel arches, you can see that there's just a little bit of flat ground for, like, if you're carrying around plywood or something like that. But yeah, here's the rear end of the truck. Looks very good. You do have your power for your trailer right here, so you got that one, as well as the one down here. And this is a 4-wheel drive truck. I think the dual exhaust looks very good. Just adds to, you know, just the sportiness, in my opinion, of the truck. And you do see you have your backup sensors along the bottom of the rear bumper, as well as your backup camera right here. Little Ram badge right here, and you got your Laramie badge right here as well. Again, more of that LED tail lamp. I'll turn it on real quick just so you guys can see. You also do have LED turn signals, like you can see right there. Looks very good. You can see that Hemi e-torque badge right there. There's the lights on in the front. And let's move into the interior here real quick. Like I said, keyless entry. Just have your key in your pocket, put your hand behind the door handle right here, and it opens right up. One thing that on my F350 video, if you guys saw it just a few videos down, is that I saw in the comment section people wanted to see this little plaque right here, so I'm going to show you guys this plaque and you guys can calculate what the towing capacity is for this particular truck. So I'll focus in on that right there just so you guys get a nice little view, and we'll move along. Here is the door panel right here for the front door, and considering the price point of this truck, this is a really nice door panel. You can see you got your different materials between the leather, the Alcantara, a little bit of wood, and the aluminum trim right here. You also do have a aluminum door handle with a little plastic back. Still looks very nice. You got your memory seat adjustments right here for 2 different people, and you got automatic up and down windows in the front, but not automatic up or down in the rear. You also, like I said, do have those premium power folding mirrors. So you have this button right here, push the button and the mirrors will fold in, like you can see right there. You can see me, that one's folded in as well. Just push the button again and they fold out just like that. Very nice feeling door panel right here. Nice little padding right here on this leather piece with your little bit of white stitching right there. Again, more room right in here in the door, so you can set your phone in here if you don't want to set your phone in the center console over there. You also have 2 places for 2 different size water bottles. So you got a bigger water bottle over here and a littler water bottle over there. I actually have a Deer Park water bottle for reference right here, so you can fit the smaller Deer Park water bottle on this side and just a little bit bigger, like a Smart water bottle, on the right side right there. You also do have storage room in here for like a little umbrella or whatever you want to put in there. Definitely a good size and deep storage space in there as well. I'll show you that right here. Fits just that much of a water bottle. But this particular Laramie does not have the upgraded sound system. However, this is the 9-speaker sound system, and in my opinion, I think that it sounds very good. And I do like this little grab handle that you got right there, because this does not have running boards, so it just makes it a little bit easier to step into the truck. But closing the door right here and just looking at the interior, this is a very nice interior. You got your little Ram badge right here on your leather center console with the stitching that goes down on the right and left side of that center console right there. You also do have this little bronzish, silverish type material. I'm not really quite sure what exactly I would call that color right there, but nonetheless, it looks very good, feels very good as well. More of that wood trim up here with a little bit of storage space in here if you want to set your phone up here as well. You also do have a 12-volt outlet right there. This is the Alpine sound system, and like I said, it does sound very good. You also do have an auto dimming rear view mirror right here, and like I mentioned when we were outside of the truck, you do have a power sliding rear window that you can control from right here. Obviously, to turn on your light right here, just turn on that light right there, and to turn all the lights on, just push that button right there and all the lights will come on in the truck. Not only can you open up the tailgate from this button right here on your key fob, you can also open the tailgate from this button right here. So I'll push the button and boom, you can see the tailgate went down. Start her up. And you do see that you have your nice little screen right here, followed by your analog speedometer and analog RPM gauge right there. What's nice about the screen is you've got your little compass for your heading right there, as well as your outside ambient temperature right there as well. Right down here, you do see you have your knob for switching gears. So I think that just is really nice, and I know a lot of people complain about it because they think that you're going to turn down your volume knob right here while you're driving. But the reality is, if you end up doing something like that, it's not actually going to switch into park or reverse or neutral. It might switch into neutral, but it's not going to switch into park or reverse, so you don't got to worry about that. You do have 4-wheel drive auto on here, as well as 4-wheel drive high and 4-wheel drive low. It's particularly set to 2-wheel drive right now, and you do have a true neutral button right in there as well. And your auto stop start button is right there. And you know what's funny is that other manufacturers such as GM and Ford in particular charges you like $50 to get rid of auto stop start, whereas Chevy will give you a credit of a certain amount of money, I don't know, to remove stop start for 2021. So yeah, I personally don't like auto stop start, so I would definitely remove that. But yeah, this particular truck does have auto stop start right there. To switch in between gears right here, this is to upshift, this is to downshift if you're pulling a trailer or something like that. Cruise control settings right here, phone stuff right here, and to navigate through that screen you use this little pad right here, as well as that OK button to select. Over here, this is to turn on your fog lights, this is to turn on your cargo lights in the bed, And this is to adjust your headlights right here. Right now they are set to auto, and this is for your brightness settings for your screen and your buttons and stuff like that. You do have an electronic parking brake right here, and these buttons will, like if I push this button right here, you can see that those pedals go away from me. However, if I push this other button, the pedals are coming towards me. So just really nice to add to your adjustability of the seats and seat comfort as the driver right here. You do have power driver and power passenger seats in the front. And to adjust the steering wheel right here, it is a manual little thing right here. So you just pop that down and you can move the steering wheel as you like. Universal garage door opener right here. But let's talk about connectivity here real quick. This does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. However, it is not wireless on this particular truck. You do have your trailer brake stuff right here, traction control on or off, tow haul mode. And if you do not want your parking sensors on in the front or rear, that's what these two buttons do right here. Like I said, beautiful 12-inch screen. You can do all your adjustability for media or climate control all through this screen right here. However, if you do want to adjust your climate control settings, you can do that with these buttons here on the side as well. You also do have a volume and tune knob right over there, as well as if you push the tune knob, it will select the certain thing that you do have selected on screen. But like I said, let's talk about connectivity here real quick. You do have two USB-A ports as well as two USB-C ports and a little auxiliary jack right there. What's nice about this truck is that you can set your phone right down in here. I'll show you here real quick. And it's got a little clip to grab onto your phone like that. So you can just have your phone sitting right there. So that's a really nice place to just have your phone set, and I really like how Dodge thought that through, because yeah, when you're driving, you don't want your phone just to be going all over the interior and stuff like that. You do have a little bit of storage space in here for, I would say for folders or any papers. You're not really going to fit much more than papers in here. Two cup holders right here. Got a Deer Park water bottle, fits that just fine. Slide this back and you open up just tons and tons of more space down here, as well as you do have a household outlet right here, which is really nice, and just tons and tons of storage space down in there. But this does slide forward and backward. You can also put your coins and stuff down in here, followed by a little bit of more storage space in here as well. Tons and tons of storage space down here. And if you don't want your materials from up here to be sliding back into here, you do have a little divider down here to stop that from happening, but you can just push that right back down. Like I said, good amount of storage space. I don't think you're really going to need any more than that right there, but if you do, you got this little storage space up here with a little USB port right down in there. This is more for setting in your phone. If you have hand sanitizer or whatever you want to put really in here, you can do it. It's a good amount of storage space in here with a iPhone 11 Pro Max right in here for size reference. But yeah, we'll close that and move over to here real quick. You do have two glove boxes, one on top with a good amount of storage space. You can see I can fit my whole hand in there, no problem. Tons of storage space that goes across there. And just a regular glove box down here, owner's manual, you know, napkins, straws, whatever you want to put in there, you can. And that is your passenger side as well. Really nice seats with Laramie embossed at the top of them. I really like how they utilize different materials on the Ram seats. Just like the TRX, this is very TRX reminiscent. You got your Alcantara right here with some different pattern leather right here. That's different pattern leather from this perforated leather right in here. You have this perforation in your leather because this particular truck does have heated and cooled seats. So that's what they use the perforation for, is the cold seats. And they do work very, very well. But yeah, just overall a really nice looking seat. But let's move into the rear and talk about the rear end of this truck. Opening her up, again, same door panel as in the front. Beautiful materials. You got your leather, followed by wood grain trim, as well as your aluminum trim right here and your aluminum door handle right here. Again, no automatic up or down in the rear. Not a big deal. A little bit of storage space for a cell phone right in here. And again, a cup holder right here for bottles of water or Gatorade or whatever you want to put. And tons of storage space down here for a small little umbrella, or again, whatever you want to put back in here. You do have this little Ram storage box, which I've always found really, really nice to have. If you want to use this as a cooler, you can do that. If you want to use this as a little stash spot, you can do that. Whatever you want to stash, you can do. And you do have one of those on the passenger side of the rear as well, with little tie downs right here, which could be useful for if you want to tie something down in the rear end. But let's step in here real quick. You do have your all-weather floor mats right here. That is what this stuff is. So really nice to have. Let's close that door here real quick. You do have seat back pockets both on the driver and passenger side seat. But talking about connectivity in the rear, again, just like the front, 2 USB-C ports, 2 USB-A ports, followed by a household outlet right there. You also do have your HVAC vents right here in the middle as well, and you can move them obviously up, down, side, and turn them off on both your driver and passenger side. You also do have this really nice center fold down armrest. Basically same exact center fold down armrest that's in the TRX, except the TRX does have a little bit nicer materials when you get down into here. But again, you can fit water bottles, cups, whatever you want to put in here. Or if you want to set your cell phone across like that, you can do that as well. And you also do have just a little bit of storage space right in here, just like the front center console right there. So really nice if you want to set your phone down or whatever you want to do like that. You do have your light right up here. Just push that button right there. Definitely lights this cabin up in the rear, especially at night. Nice LED light right there. And you do have these little hooks right here for dry cleaning clothes or whatever you want to hang from up there. But let's step out and I'll show you guys the seats, because it's the same beautiful material that they use on the front seats. You can see that Alcantara right there with a little bit of stitching, the leather and the perforation back here as well. However, this perforation is not utilized for ventilated seats or heated seats. This particular truck does not have heated or ventilated seats in the rear. However, if you step up to a limited or something like that, you can end up getting heated and ventilated seats in the rear, which is awesome because not a lot of manufacturers incorporate the ventilated seats in the rear as well, which I think is really awesome. So if you do want heated and ventilated seats in the rear, you're either gonna have to get one of the nicer package options for the Laramie, or you can step up to a limited to get both the heated and ventilated seats in the rear. But again, beautiful middle seat. The middle seat in these cars are actually very comfortable, unlike some other vehicles, whether it be a sedan or a truck or an SUV. But these seats are very comfortable, and you can see that they got a little bit of side bolstering in the middle. But you do have to be a skinnier person to sit in the middle, because the side bolstering is a little bit thinner than it would be on like these outside seats, but not by much. But you know, we've talked about the exterior, we've talked about the performance, we've talked about the interior. Now let's see what this thing's like to drive. So I'll see you guys in the driver's seat. And now on to my favorite part of each and every review that I do, and that is the driving portion of the review. And there are a few things that I wanted to talk about right off the bat after driving this truck. This truck does not have the air suspension that Rams do in the Limited. This does have the coil suspension. And right off the bat, I just want to say that this coil suspension is awesome. Even going over bumps and uneven undulations and stuff like that, it still handles it very well. It's not like bouncing all over the place where it feels like it's blah, 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 blah. It's nothing like that. It's very smooth when it goes over those kinds of bumps. So definitely nothing to complain about that. And another thing I wanted to say is that this truck does have auto stop start, and in a lot of cars the auto stop start is very kind of clunky when you go off the line, like when it starts the truck up like really fast and stuff like that. But this truck does, like I said, have the 5.7 liter V8 with that e-torque mild hybrid system. And when starting off at a light or at a stop sign and you're starting off and the auto stop start kicks right back on, that e-torque system really helps to make the auto stop start system not even feel like it's there. Obviously you can hear the motor start up and you can feel it start up, but right off the bat it really helps out in the transition between the motor being off and the motor being back on. So like right now the motor shut off because of the auto stop start system, and we're gonna kick her right back on and get going. But that e-torque system really helps to iron out the kinks. It really makes it so that the auto stop start system starting up back again is very seamless. Like it's not like boom, boom, like jumpy or anything like that like you can find in some other vehicles. Another thing that I wanted to mention is that this does have the 8-speed automatic transmission. I believe it's a ZF transmission. And comparing this to like the Ford F-150 series trucks and the Silverados and stuff like that with the 10-speed transmission that GM and Ford made together, I have to say that this transmission, this 8-speed ZF, is just a lot smoother than those 10-speed transmissions. And there's nothing wrong with those 10-speed transmission. However, this transmission is just a little bit smoother. It's not clunky by any means. It's either you're in a gear or you're out of a gear. It's not like, you know what I mean? So I just think that this transmission is just very smooth. This whole drivetrain is very, very smooth. Like between that V8, the e-torque system, and the 8-speed automatic transmission, it's very, very smooth and seamless acceleration. Same with the brakes. Like I really like these brakes. Like on certain vehicles, you really got to push into the brakes. Like you feel like you're pushing pretty hard into the brakes in order to get them to stop, and that is not the case with this truck. Like you push the brakes and they're biting. Like you don't really have to push that far into the brakes to really get them to stop. Another thing I wanted to mention, like I said, it's just a very, very smooth truck. Going over bumps and stuff, it's very smooth. It's very quiet. You feel very well insulated from what's going on outside. So it's just very, very nice, very, very quiet. So like if you feel like you're stuck in between a rock and a hard place about getting like the Limited, and you're just stuck on the Limited because it's nice and it's got all the amenities that you want, but you don't want to spend limited money, I definitely would say go out and look at a Laramie. Go out and maybe build one online. But I would say to really get the feel of a truck that you're gonna wanna spend 3, 5, 10, 15 years with, go out and test drive one. But take it from me, this is an awesome truck. You really have all the features that you really could ever want on a truck like this. I was mentioning to my buddy who helps me film these videos, 2 things that I would like to have in this truck that this truck does not have, that just strike me right off the bat, is a panoramic sunroof and the 360-degree view camera. The 360-degree view camera on any vehicle just really helps you out in like parking situations, or going through drive-thrus with a vehicle you're not too familiar with, or if you're not like super comfortable with going in a tight drive-thru. Pushing that button and having that 360-degree view camera just really adds to driver confidence in tight situations. So that's one thing that I did wish that this truck does have. However, you do have front parking sensors as well as rear parking sensors, and you also have a rear view backup camera. So if you're comfortable with driving a truck like this and you don't feel like you need a panoramic sunroof and you don't feel like you need a 360-degree view camera, definitely go out and test drive a Laramie. I think you'll really fall in love with it right off the bat. Just like the leather wrapped steering wheel is super, super soft. The materials that they use on this center armrest right here, as well as the door panel right here and on the seats, just very, very premium. I mean, it's something that we all know. Like Ram, their interior game is unmatched. You can't really compare it. However, Ford is starting to catch up on their interior game. Chevy, I know for 2022 or 2023, they are coming out with a new interior. However, I have not gotten my hands on one of those new interiors yet. So as of right now, interior wise, Ram's at the top of the game still, and Ford is just right there. Ford might just be actually level with Ram. They really stepped their interior games up in the new F-150s. So if you're on the fence about getting a Silverado or a Ram or an F-150, go out and test drive all 3. Right off the bat, what I gotta say is that I really, really like the Fords with the new interior and the way that they ride, and I really, really like the Rams with the interior feel and the way that they ride as well. GMs, obviously, they ride awesome. They've got the MagnaRide. MagnaRide is freaking awesome. It's almost unmatched. It's one of the best. MagnaRide can really make a truck feel like a sporty truck. Like you can really go around turns very, very nicely on a MagnaRide Silverado or a MagnaRide Sierra or anything like that. But like I said, very, very nice interior, very, very nice ride, and very, very nice powertrain here on this Laramie 1500 truck right here. So like I said, if you're interested in getting one, I got Hussein's information in the description box down below. But you know, we've talked about the way this thing drives, we've talked about the interior, we've talked about the exterior, and we've talked about the powertrain. So yeah, that's it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give this video a big thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button. I'm really gunning for 1,000 subscribers, and I can't do it without your guys' help. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that subscribe button. I'm really, like I said, I'm really trying to hit this 1,000 subscriber goal. And even after we hit 1,000 subscribers, we're going to 10,000. And from 10,000, we're going to 100,000. And I really think that we can hit 100,000 subscribers within either the next year or year and a half. I really do believe that. But I can't do it without your guys' help. So please, again, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next review. Peace.